Welcome back to Lacey's Marvelous Universe. I want to thank you guys for coming back. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will get back to you. We want to hear all of your theories, what you think about the show, even if it's not good. We can work on stuff. But we want you to be a part of this. We want you to be a part of the material that we're bringing forth, just like Marvel. So today, I want to talk about the movie that everybody has been waiting for, Black Widow.
Oh, God.
Finally.
Absolutely.
Finally. I was very upset about COVID. I mean, who wasn't, obviously.
Of course. Horrible year.
I was very upset because I was so waiting for Natasha's story.
Well, when they killed her off in... Let's do a little prequel here.
Okay.
When they killed her
Not
off
gonna cry.
In Endgame. By the way, spoilers, everybody. Spoilers for this whole thing. So before we get into the review of Black Widow, let's just give a little prequel, right? Mm-hmm. So when they killed her off in Endgame, it was such a sharp cliff, pun intended, that they cut that character off from the universe.
And I said, but she has a movie coming out. She just signed a contract. They're doing the movie. I was like, it's going to be a prequel. It's definitely going to be a prequel. And I wasn't really excited about that. I'm not going to lie. However, I knew she was going to die.
Yeah.
I knew that she was going to sacrifice herself because Endgame just was pushing that theory.
Yeah, but when I didn't think about that at all until she got paired with Barton.
I knew it.
And then
I was like, there's no way she's going to let him die and not see his family.
No way. No, not 100%. The only thing is that I really knew that after that she got killed, I knew that it was such a cutoff for that character that they almost had to do a movie because she was
do it justice.
She was so beloved in the universe that they had to do a movie. And now, did the movie do it justice? I mean, so overall, I want to say, before we get into it, I want to say, yes, I enjoyed the movie very, very much.
I absolutely loved it. I'm not going to lie.
I did.
I thought that the action sequences, I loved Yelena, her sister, in the film. There's so many things that I loved about it, that there's more things that I loved than I don't even think there's things that I didn't care for.
Oh, there's
I know what you're gonna say.
That I didn't care for.
I know what you're gonna say
Several
because this
things.
is like what I've been hearing.
Yes, several
it's Taskmaster.
things. Yes.
Right? Yes.
All
right.
But
I'll tell you what I think about it.
So
not knowing the backstory of Taskmaster.
Okay, good.
100%.
I can't wait to hear it.
Okay.
Because not that I am a Taskmaster expert.
But you probably know a little bit more than I do.
But
in all honesty,
yeah,
I'm being 100% transparent here.
And I feel like, okay, well, all right. So overall, we both enjoyed...
I knew you were going to say that, by the way. I knew it.
Overall, we both enjoyed the movie very much.
We watched it yesterday.
Yes.
He came over. We watched it together.
Yep.
And we didn't speak about it.
This is
the first time we're actually speaking about it.
Yeah, it was actually incredibly awkward because right after the movie was done...
We wanted to talk about it
I just wanted to talk about it, but I'm like, no, we got to record it. So I just left.
We literally were like, it was like
vibrating.
But
now to finally get it all out in the open. So in the beginning, Marvel, like they usually do, I mean, they hit you with action immediately. Immediately.
And they pick up where they left off, which is what I love.
Yes.
There's
almost
no,
immediately.
Like, when is this happening? You never not know.
Yeah.
It picked up exactly after Civil War.
Yeah. And I didn't...
and we all knew that. I mean, it was a given. But the way they did it was perfect.
Yeah. When I first saw the family... For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's just because
it was all about it.
I wasn't. I was stupid.
Not.
Yeah, I felt stupid after watching the movie. But in the very beginning, Lace, I really thought that we saw like she was gonna get abducted from that family. Like that was her real family.
I knew going into it without reading anything. I knew that wasn't the case. I knew she didn't really have a family. That's why.
Yeah,
she was brought up to be an assassin.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming.
I don't want to give away those big spoilers.
Yeah.
Because you just have to see it. You really do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, I hope you saw the movie already because this is spoiler talk, okay? But we'll try to keep the
major spoiler. Well, because we're going to talk about Taskmaster.
Yeah, that's true. No, we're talking about everything. Forget about everything that we said. We're talking about it all. It's just all spoiler talk here.
Ignore that beforehand.
I did think at first I thought it was her regular family. When the guy threw the dumpster to getting away from the government.
I was like, oh.
I couldn't believe he had superpowers. I was like, who's this guy? I had no idea who that guy was.
I know. I'm gonna admit something to you. He doesn't know this part. I watched it on Friday.
Did you?
Yes, but
Stop.
But you didn't even know. That's how good of an actress I am.
Stop. You watched it without me? Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
You couldn't wait.
I couldn't.
Okay. Drug addict.
I know. Well, the thing is, we were gonna go to the movies to see it.
Okay.
And I looked at Disney Plus. Why I didn't know it was gonna be streaming on there.
I didn't know it either, by the way.
Because it was going back and forth. They were gonna stream it. They weren't gonna stream it. You were only gonna see it in the movies, which was fine. I was fine going to the theaters, but I'm gonna want to buy it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I buy all the Marvel movies. Unfortunately,
me too.
I really
and
do.
I said, we looked at it, my husband and I said, oh my God, we can buy it? And he's like, well, it's going to be probably cheaper if we buy it than going to the movies 100%. And going out to dinner.
I just want to say, I hope that Marvel streams all of their movies on Disney Plus.
Because I will buy them all.
Yeah, because I'll buy more. I will
never get rid of Disney Plus, by the way.
Never.
And that's not a plug. We're not being sponsored by them.
No, not
unless
yet.
you want to.
Yeah. No, but, so I liked how they set the bond up with her and the sister immediately in the beginning, where she was willing to kill the other, whatever agent. I don't even know what to call them. The other people in this organization for touching her or attempting to touch her. So I really, really, really like that, and it showed.
I want to stop you for a second. I just thought of something. The best, I have to say, the best introduction music, opening credits, almost ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Smells Like Teen Spirit is one of my favorite songs.
And did like a creepy, gothic-y, horror kind of
women's haunting voice singing, and it was phenomenal. It could actually bring tears to your eyes. I'm not going to lie to you. It was emotional going into it because we've been waiting for this movie forever. And Scarlett Johansson is a producer on this film.
She is?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, she is. So being a producer, you get some kind of input into the movie. And I think that's why it was so good, because this character means so much to her. She had a career before.
Yeah, but you know what,
going into Marvel, but she has...
They all have the Seinfeld disease. They're all typecast to Marvel. Every single one of them.
Not Scarlett Johansson.
No, she's in other movies, but you immediately think of Black Widow. I don't. Really?
No,
I do 100%.
Because she's that great of an actress.
They're all scarred.
No,
all of
I
them.
don't. And
like Chris Evans. What was that movie that Chris Evans did?
Knives Out?
Knives Out or whatever?
I thought it was great. It was a great pivot from what he is.
Yeah, but I was, Captain America's on a train.
See, I didn't see him. I didn't see him that way.
See, I can't do it.
What about Defending Jacob? Have you watched that?
No.
He produced that too, and it was really good.
Well, so now Captain America's a lawyer. I mean,
he was a DA.
Oh, well, whatever. I'm just saying, though, that's how it is. These people are typecast.
Useless information right here.
But it was nice to see. It was nice to see her as a kid. It was nice to see
her background.
Because she was so shrouded in mystery. The only time that we got to see her background, and I think the movie, obviously cleared it up. But the only time we got to see her background was on Scarlet Witch, and messed
Ultron,
with her mind.
Yes.
In Age of Ultron.
Yes.
And that peek into the ballet and the this and that. The ballet into this and that, 100%. It was nice to. I mean, we've been hearing about the Red Room forever. And it was nice to just start seeing that. You know what I mean? It was always the biggest, I like her, but why and where did she come from?
What is her story?
Yeah.
And what is great about this movie is it's so much not a Marvel movie, but it still is, if that makes any sense. Because there's just, the action sequences are incredible. I had this conversation with my husband on the way over here. I said, watching all these action films like Atomic Blonde, with a female-based lead, James Bond movies, you have the male lead, which is fine. I mean, that's why we're watching it, right? But you don't ever miss that there's not a male lead, because the action sequences are so great that you're not saying, well, it's not believable because it's a woman doing it. And I feel that with the girls in the girls that, you know, end up fighting and everything like that, spoilers, there was no need to add anything else. I thought the fighting sequences, the action sequences, I mean, there's a couple of, like, you know, the helicopter thing and stuff like that, which is Marvel and it's cinematic and it's nice to watch and it's an incredible scene and everything like that. But the fighting is phenomenal, I think.
It had a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe to it.
The comedy part, you think?
Yeah, like the fact of the group together. Like, when I say Guardians of the Galaxy vibe,
I think I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it had a, you know, Marvel is now, what I like about what Marvel is doing with these characters are, I think they see the success of Guardians of the Galaxy because, honestly,
which was not
Guardians of the Galaxy,
they didn't think was going to be a big hit.
Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy,
and I'll admit I was one of those people.
Almost every, actually no, not almost, every single character in Guardians is, I would say, a main character.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay,
in that sense, I definitely agree.
Yeah, it had that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, they put a lot of time on the Red Guardian, a lot of time on the sister.
But it wasn't
even Melina,
distracting and taking away from the main character.
Exactly.
Which
like, it had that vibe.
And I have to say, like,
Marvel handles groups phenomenally.
They do. And I have to say, I had such high hopes for Captain Marvel when it first came out.
Yeah.
I had such high hopes. I have the Vans sneakers. I have the T-shirt. I mean, I was all about it, and I felt very let down. And I'm going to tell you why. It wasn't just a story about her, and why she had the powers, about her childhood, where it was more focused on the beginning of creating the Avengers Initiative.
Yeah.
And I think that the film suffered for that. I feel like I didn't really feel for her, for Carol.
Yeah.
But here, they got it right.
Yeah, they did.
And
they nailed it.
I was so thankful because I was so worried that I was going to be let down.
Well,
before.
The only thing is that...
But I didn't hate Captain Marvel. I'm not saying I hated it. I'm just saying that they should have pushed her character a little bit more. It should have been more about her.
Yeah,
focused on her.
The only thing that I can add, though, is that... no, I don't expect it to be like a J.J. Abrams movie where it's action every 10 seconds. But there was long... I felt like a little bit in the middle of the movie.
It dragged a little?
It dragged a little bit with the talking, but I had to remind myself that you needed it because this isn't an origin story, but it was an origin story because they referenced her... growing up. It was, you know, it was real to me too with the sister.
Yes.
You know, it
was heartbreaking.
Yeah, they were taken as babies, so
it's a heartbreaking story.
Even though they're not blood related, they are sisters, and they really
had this trauma, and they bonded over it.
Over that 3 years, they really bonded. You know, they ate together, they had holidays together.
And I read a review without spoilers, and the person said, "You're gonna see this film, and it's got everything." And it's heartbreaking. And it makes her death even more heartbreaking to me, I feel like. I mean, I did cry. I'm not going to lie. I cried a little bit. Because you know the outcome. You know that she's not going to survive.
Although that her funeral was trash in when she died.
They didn't have a funeral for her.
No, like they did. They threw a Hulk through a bench in Endgame. I mean,
that was right after it happened.
Yeah, like there was
no closure.
Yeah, like you know, what a send off. Everybody just standing around at the dock.
Well, Tony got one.
Yeah, Tony got a major ass one.
Yeah, but she didn't get anything.
That's what I mean. And now seeing this, that hurts even more.
It does. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it's a tremendous loss to. Not just them, but I mean, now you know the family. You know the Red Guardian. You know Melina. You know, and you know that they're got to be suffering from the loss of her, which, you know, we'll go to the end credit, the end scene, the credit scene. I can't spit it out.
Now let's talk about. I'm
just so excited.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm. Taskmaster.
Oh my God! What?
I'm gonna tell you what I liked about it. And then I want to know what you think. But
oh, I'll tell you what I think. And the viewers. Go ahead.
I like the fact, and like I said, I don't know a lot of backstory about Taskmaster. Okay? So just don't kill me. Don't beat me up. But I like the fact that they made it a connection to her. It's why she's there. It's why she's repenting. It's why her ledger is dripping red. And she comes to find out that, Antonia didn't die, but she's lived with that guilt her whole life. I like the fact that they brought it strictly to her. I did. I know it's not the popular opinion, but I didn't mind it.
See, I minded it a lot. I agree with what you're saying. Okay, I can agree with that sentiment.
So you see why they did it.
I see why they did it, but it was very movie cliche why they did it.
Well, it's a movie.
I understand, but Taskmaster was always a guy. He used to be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay. I mean, just on a whim, they rewrote the character. Just because it fit the movie better.
Right.
Even in Avengers video game on Xbox, PlayStation now, the newest game, it's a guy. He used to be an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. They never talk about, though. I don't know, I'm not a Taskmaster expert, so I don't know if he had... You
definitely know more than I do.
I don't know if he had powers where he can mimic. He had a photogenic memory and he could mimic people's moves, or was always the visor like they did in the movie, doing it with the chip. How they put the chip in Antonia's brain? Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. So everything, that software was recording all the heroes' moves, and he can use them all.
Which he did.
Which he did. I love the reference to Black Panther when he was fighting the Red Guardian. The shield for Captain America, the bow and arrow. Yeah, it was
hit everything.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And his iconic sword was there as well. But he was always a guy. Even it should have been his son. So it should have been the Red Room director. What was his name?
Oh my God, I just threw a blank. Hold on. Dreykov.
Yeah, Dreykov.
Dreykov.
Yeah.
I might be saying it wrong.
Well, it should have been his son that she killed. They should have not.
It bothers you that as a woman?
It does. Bad. Bad.
I have a problem with that.
It does, because first of all, she's got superhuman powers like the Red Guardian. Taskmaster never had that. He never was super strong. But he
created her. The father created her. Because she was partially blown up by Natasha.
I understand that, but Taskmaster never had super strength.
I know, but
he was always just that you can't fight him because he knows what you're going to do already.
Right, but she did the same thing.
She did the same thing, but it
so it bothered you most that it was a female.
A female, and that it was super strong. 100%. I mean, it literally, when the helmet came off, I was like, "Come on, you got to be kidding me!" It's his daughter. It was a letdown. No. It was a letdown, majorly.
So, but what you're saying is you're mad that it was a female.
I am mad that it was a female because
a woman couldn't do it.
No,
a super soldier woman couldn't do it.
No, they can, but he was always a man.
So
even in the games, he's a man and a former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So because they flipped the switch, the script around.
Yes, if it never.
I don't agree.
I'm okay with Jane becoming Thor because I know that from the comics.
Okay, so you're more upset that it doesn't follow the comics and it's a man.
Because in any instance I've ever seen Taskmaster in the history of Marvel, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was always a man and a former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But that's like saying that...
How do you just change it like that?
But that's like saying, them casting somebody that is a person of color that was white in the... That's wrong, no?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying imagine Chris Evans never was Captain America and it was a girl. Everybody'd be like, but he was a guy all the time.
I'll stop you 1 second. What if it's Peggy Carter as Captain America gets the super serum?
No. No, but they'd have to be a guy first. Like, a Taskmaster is a male. Period. I can't believe you're okay with it being a woman
totally
and being super strong.
Because there's a connection. There's a connection there.
No.
That's what makes it more personal.
Yes, but why couldn't they make it his son? They made this movie from scratch. He could have had a son, and the son could have became
in Avengers,
Taskmaster.
we already knew that she killed the daughter of Dreykov. I'm saying his name wrong.
Okay, then here, this is what we do then. The daughter really died. The son...
He didn't have a son.
Okay, but they could have wrote it in.
Just like they did that they wrote that she was her.
The daughter could have... Listen, let me clear it up.
Let's just agree to disagree.
No, the daughter could have died. And the son could have tried to help her, but got blown away by the explosion, where he got messed up. Turned into the Taskmaster to... with his father, and to avenge the death of his sister. And then it's a guy. At least that.
The thing is, you're more upset that it's a female playing this part.
I am. And the super strength.
Okay.
Other than if the suit he's wearing gives it super strength.
But he created her. He created her to be this monster.
Yes, I understand.
To attack and mimic these people that... So, but why can't it? It's
just so wrong that it's a girl. It's so wrong. I'm sorry. It's so wrong that it's a girl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so wrong. He was always a man.
So
my favorite character in the world is Venom. Favorite. Can you imagine if in the Venom movie they just decided to make him a woman?
But
that's
do that
exactly
all the time.
what.
But they changed.
How does that happen? You can't do that. You can't. He has way too much history.
Because it's based on the comic book. It's based on it. It's not strictly
I'm aware of that, but I feel like there's lines.
I think
don't
it's great
cross.
that they flip the script on certain things, and I didn't mind this. Like I said, I don't know the backstory, so I'm just going as somebody watching this and thinking that they made a connection in a movie kind of way. However, I felt like it worked.
I mean, Taskmaster looks awesome. And
I thought I like the hoodie that came off, and then it was just the mask.
They nailed the costume.
And at first, you don't know if it's a real person or not.
Yeah, I thought it could have been an android.
Exactly.
But it was very cool to see his powers. I think, obviously, he was a main character of this movie. And I feel, listen to me. See? She was a main character of the movie. And I really do feel like they did a good job with him other than the gender. And at the end... it was the end of the movie. Listen, the end of the movie was phenomenal. I knew they were going to tie it up with a nice, pretty bow. They brought down the Red Room. We finally got to see what it looked like inside, that he's been controlling the world for years. Because, listen...
He was controlling women for years.
Yes, but women... can get to the heart of men.
Because he thought that they were useless. He says that in there.
Yes, but women can get to the heart of men, right? They, world leaders fall in love with them. All the widows were beautiful, stunning women. He was controlling the world. He could start wars, right? He said he could end them. He can, because love is a powerful force, and he used that to his advantage with these women. But with the world leaders and everybody else that he infiltrated with the women. But that just
makes men look weak.
100%. And I was totally okay with that. But it was so nice to see. It was so nice to physically put a face to this guy. To physically put a room to the Red Room. Where, the little girls remembered it, but nobody knew exactly about it. Right. And it was kind of wiped from their memory, but not at the same time. Like, they had glimpses of the Red Room.
And I like when Elena says, I think I have my full mind back to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't know. Exactly.
She doesn't know because she hasn't known.
And technically they didn't, because when Natasha went to go hit him, she was programmed with that pheromone to not be able to. So she's still not 100% in control.
No.
Of her own. But Melina did say,
she told her about it.
Yes,
you got to sever the nerve.
Yes, but she did say that she went through psychological brainwash they went through physical brainwash. And
like,
it was two very different things.
Out and messed with it.
Yeah, two very different things. And I thought that was very cool, the distinction there, because you could see not only, I mean, I'm getting into the weeds here, but I like to see where this guy started doing this program and then evolved it into something chemical and physical instead of just psychological brainwashing. Like, that was cool to see that. Like how we evolved his operation.
Yes.
You know,
from the beginning of
yeah. And then it's like a physical. It's like then it becomes a physical thing instead of just psychological brainwashing.
I love the Red Guardian, by the way.
I thought the Red Guardian
David
was
Harbour
good.
Was great.
Yeah, the actors were all great in it. I feel like it was funny.
I'm gonna disagree again. I don't feel like there was anything missed. I feel like it was a perfect send off for Black Widow. I think it completed her story arc beautifully.
She shouldn't return into the universe.
I don't think she should either.
You know,
honestly.
after the end,
I love her, and I would love her to go on. But
focus on her sister now.
But it's just like, don't bring back Captain America or Tony Stark either.
No, you can't. You're done. I mean, maybe in a flashback or something like that, or a quick
where
cameo.
They're alive and they're doing stuff.
No. Captain America's retired.
Yeah.
Black Widow, we know is dead. It has nothing to do with the Infinity Stones.
Right.
She can't be snapped back. I mean, in other words,
no.
It has nothing to do with that. Their story arcs are completely done.
And I feel
Tony
like
went from selfish to self-sacrificing. Yes. Captain America did the opposite.
Yep.
In a capacity. He really wasn't selfish. He was just selfish with his own life. And I think that was beautiful to watch.
I loved it. I agree. I don't think
the same
they should
thing
bring
with
her
her.
back in the
Her character arc was phenomenal to follow.
They could do another prequel.
No, she needs to be done.
I don't think
she needs to completely be done.
I
want to see her sister.
Kevin Feige said that they could tell more stories. However, I think they're going to focus more on Yelena.
Yeah.
Which at the end credit scene, we see Valentina make an appearance again.
Oh, she is putting together the Dark Avengers.
Yes.
And I think that it's
stunning. With 10 Rings coming up, we know Abomination is in it too.
So she's grabbing him because that's going to be the Hulk.
Yep.
And I mean, it's almost going to be like
I think she's going to show up in Hawkeye again, right? And take somebody from there because she needs a Clint Barton.
Yeah, but is it going to be his daughter, Kate?
It could be.
Because Kate in the comics also was
No, Kate Bishop's not his daughter.
Not Kate Bishop. No, yes, I know. Kate Bishop though is
Lana.
Yes. So we should, but it could be Clint's daughter too becomes Hawkeye.
Lana, yeah.
Yeah. So it could be Lana. It could be Kate. Because.
And I cried at that.
Yeah, I cried too. No, all of the sappy, like when it was real to me too. I was fighting
really hard because I was the only female there watching it, and I was like, I thought at the end, but I didn't care.
No, I thought at the end it was really stupid though when it's not stupid because Black Widow has been an Avenger for so long that Natasha has that hero programmed into her.
Right.
So I knew she had to save Taskmaster from that prison so he didn't burn and crash.
Right.
But I knew that there was nobody in there. And she would have done it
if it was a male anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I knew that he was going to start attacking her. I mean,
because he's programmed.
Yeah, so I mean, there was no I'm going to let you out, and I hope you don't. Yeah, it's like no, I think he was confused a little bit in the beginning when he first walked out, that she let him out. When she first walked, but then he immediately went to go get her, and then everything collapsed.
Right.
But I thought stupid, that wasn't stupid. I get why she did it, but those were cheesy movie moments that this movie did have a couple sprinkled throughout.
I mean, all movies do though.
I know. I love the amount of destruction in this movie though was phenomenal.
Oh my god!
Phenomenal. I absolutely loved it.
I did. I really did. This is one of my, I think, top between 5 and 10. I loved this movie. I really did. I thought it was definitely worth the wait. I thought everybody was perfectly cast. They played their part well. It was very well written, as opposed to what Vinny says. We're going to disagree. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
I mean, I recommend I highly recommend that if you didn't go see it yet, see it. I don't know why you'd be watching this video with all these spoilers.
Yeah.
If you did see it, though, I mean, comment.
I wanna know what you guys think, especially of the Taskmaster thing that we're disagreeing on. I'm not saying one of us is right or wrong. We both have valid opinions, I think.
I think so.
But I want to know what you guys think. So please send a comment. Send the email. You say the email address again? I want him to spell my name again.
It's a Lac'i with an I, L-A-C-I, Lacey's Marvelous Universe at gmail.com. It is a mouthful, everybody. It is a mouthful.
It is. So is my website, too.
Yeah. Well, what is your website? Where can they?
It's Lacey'sUselessinformation.com. It's my blog. I write about TV shows I love, including Marvel. There's a couple of new Loki ones up. I just posted one last night. So go ahead, take a gander. Stop by, see what you think. Leave me a comment there, too. Let me know what you want us to talk about next. That would be great, too.
We're going to be coming back with a follow-up for Loki on season finale is going to be insane. And then we're going to dive in after that a little more into the Marvel weeds.
Yes.
And see what we can...
There's so much information.
There's so much
many
to
things
talk
that
about.
we can do. But
Absolutely.
give us your comments. What would you like us to hit on after Loki? What would you like us to go possibly argue against?
Yeah, Jesus. Well, at the end of the day, though, 2 thumbs up for Black Widow. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Must see. Great movie. Glad they put it out, but I don't want to see Natasha anymore. Final thoughts.
No,
I'm done with her.
Yeah.
I want to see the
flashbacks,
sister.
But the sister, I think she's taken over the mantle for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Vinny. It was a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.
Thank you for thank you for showing up and coming back to us, and thank you again for being a part of the Marvel Universe. Let me know what you think. Bye.
Later.